Hello and welcome to Rocket Po Labs. Alright, this is I call a special video. Wasn't planning on making it, but I've had a lot of questions about it actually. About floods in particular. Now I know in some parts of the United States, even the world, they are having droughts, not getting enough rain. But where I live, in the Appalachian Mountains, exact opposite. We're getting too much rain. A lot of rain. So much rain that we've had floods, and a couple of people have asked, can they eat their food out of their garden after a flood? Well, guess what? Thought about it and we researched it. So we had the official word from West Virginia University Extension Service, Agriculture and Natural Resources. Ta-da! Don't worry, I'll link it below. The official word, not from thin air, but official word. Can I eat produce from my garden after flood? Simply put, the safest answer is no. But there are caveats. So we'll go through them. Okay, so this is our volunteer kale. Just popped up. I got it everywhere. Basically, here's the thing. After a flood, you don't know what's in the ground. You know what could be on the ground on your vegetables. You have no clue. It could be chemicals. You could, of course, human waste. Yeah. You just don't know what could be in the water that settles on your vegetables. So here's the safe way to look at it. And this is not from me, from official sources. This is our volunteer kale. Let's say, for example, we had a flood in our garden. Could not eat this. Gone. Cut it. Gone, okay? Don't even compost it. Just get rid of it. Because it's a leafy green, you can't wash it enough to get this clean. So any amount of washing, leafy greens, including over here, one of my fave wild things. This is purslane. Awesome. I have a video on that. You can search for it, but the lemony taste, add it to my salads. It is great, very nutritious. Sorry, purslane, can't eat you either. No, the leaves, your kales, your Swiss chard, lettuce, spinach. During a flood, after a flood, can't eat it, you can't wash it enough, gone. But there is hope. Up here, remember, these are our, looking good. These are some of our onions from our pantry that sprouted out. They're looking fabulous. Best part about it is these onions here, after a flood, if you plan on anything that's planned leaving in the ground for a couple months, actually the official instruction says up to 4 months is better. If it stays in the ground, you can eat it. But when you come out, you must wash it thoroughly. In fact, there are instructions about you prepare a chlorine solution, basically 1 tablespoon of bleach for every gallon of water, and you thoroughly clean your vegetables. Now remember, this is even months after a flood. You still have to wash your vegetables because that flood water comes on your ground. Even though the flood dries up, all the chemicals, waste, and everything else that was on the ground is still there. It doesn't go away. So even your root vegetables, like your onions, garlic, potatoes, everything, if you're going to stay in the ground for a few months, or they say 4 months, you must still wash it thoroughly with a bleach solution. That's what's recommended, so do that. Okay, up here. Let's keep walking. Look away, don't get dizzy. Okay. Here are our Roma tomatoes we planted. They're looking awesome. Here's the thing. Now, let's say floodwaters hit our Roma tomatoes. Now you see here we have our little flowers here. We're going to get tomatoes on these bad boys. Awesome. Guess what? You can eat it. I still wash it, like I do any other vegetable, but guess what? There are no tomatoes yet. These are just flowers. So if this happens and the flood comes and then your flowers, the plants bloom like this and produces tomatoes, peppers, whatever else in your plant, they are good to eat. You can eat them. Don't have to worry about it. As I said, I might still wash it, but they're perfectly safe to eat if the fruit, veggies, whatever, have not formed yet. As I said, your tomatoes, peppers, those kind of things, you are safe to eat. Okay, come over here. Here, look at that. It's like a potato bush. Look at that. Here are some volunteer potatoes we had come up, which I like volunteer potatoes because there are potatoes in there. I didn't cut them down. We're gonna eat them. So, according to this, just like with our onions and garlics, leave them in the ground. Don't take them out. Let them grow for a few more months. You can dig them up. But remember, anything you dig up that was in the ground when the flood came, you still have to clean it with your chlorine solution. See that? Bum, bum, bum. So, underground veggies still early growth, 3 to 4 months, should be safe, grow maturity, blah, 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 but it should be washed, rinsed as directed before cooking thoroughly. And here are our cleaning directions. So, what to do after a flood for your garden? As I said, the short answer is no. To be safe, best thing would be to just, if you get sick, look away. But here's our little lettuce we have here. Look at that. Our gourmet blend of lettuce. Awesome. Regular lettuce. We got our kale down there. Swiss chard. Arugula. Oh, awesome. Arugula. Loves this soil. It's doing really good. But again, if a flood came through here, all of these veggies that are growing little tiny things, gone. Can't eat none of them. You have to get rid of them all because they are greens. You cannot, all produce, see, reading it, all produce that is consumed uncooked or raw should be discarded. Includes leafy vegetables, lettuce, spinach, no matter the maturity. Oh, one other thing I forgot. Soft fruits like strawberries. I don't have strawberries in this garden. I have some in another patch, but not in this garden. But if I had strawberries in this garden and it was flooded, goodbye strawberries, soft berries, you cannot eat. Oh, melons. If you have cantaloupe, watermelons, right? If they were caught in the floodwaters, now remember, this is before they go to flower, right? Actually, sorry, strike two. If this is after they flower. So after they flower and you produce a melon, you gotta toss it. Get rid of it. Goodbye. Don't put it in your compost pile. Put it somewhere else. In the trash. Hate to say that, but you can't eat it. Wouldn't compost it. But if there are flowers on your melon plants, like your cantaloupe, watermelons, and such like that, and then they produce watermelons, you should be safe because it's after flowering. So that is the official word here, right? From WVU to you. So look it up, read it. So you should be good to go. All right. So see here, early season crops that are set to be harvested within a few weeks after the flood, and when touched by the floodwaters, be safe to eat. See that? So you are good to go. All right. So now be careful, okay, right? So if you have a flood, as I said, the best thing is just to toss it, okay? All right? Start over, get a new plot, and just try again, okay? All right? So that's what we're talking about here. All right. Oh, here's it is. Late season vegetables that come with flowers produced on growth that develops after floodwaters recede should be safe. Tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, squash, cucumbers, yada, yada, yada. So, cook these vegetables thoroughly or wash them well, peel before eating. Hey, I just said that. All right. Thank you, WVU. I'll put this below. So, there's your answer for flood. Sorry, long video, but this had to be made because I've had a lot of questions about that. So, all right. Have a great day. Good luck. God bless you.